Hi, I'm Don Mathisen. The 2011 Consumer Electronics Show opens in Las Vegas January 6th and runs through the 9th. This is the premier event of the year where companies unveil new products and innovations and try and dazzle consumers. And here with a preview of the show is Brett Larson. Brett is a technology reporter for WINS. Hi, Brett.
Hey, Don. How are you?
I'm well, and I hope you are too.
Good. Yes. The Consumer Electronics Show, it's actually the biggest trade show in the world, so it's quite an event to be at.
This is supposed to be the year of the tablet. Lots of new products to compete with Apple's iPad. So
Yes.
What kind of tablet features will you be looking for?
Well, I think what we're going to be looking for this year is for someone to try and outdo Apple. Now, the interesting thing about that is the iPad and the tablet computer wasn't actually anything new. Apple just added some sex appeal to it, made it a little bit easier to use, and suddenly found this market that no one knew existed. Everyone thought tablets were something that, doctors would carry around or the guy who fixes your car would have, so you could keep all this information at hand. So what we're going to be looking for tablets is they're going to have to be consumer friendly to compete with Apple. And by that, they're going to need to be thinner. They're going to have good battery life. They're going to have a bright, high-resolution screen. And they're going to have something that Apple currently lacks in their iPad, which is a camera and the ability to do video conferencing over Wi-Fi or cell phone connections.
There's also a lot of buzz about products that will replace touchscreens. So the user, instead of touching the screen, will be making gestures in front of the screen. It's a similar system that Wii uses. What will this technology be used for?
Well, right now we're seeing it really popular in use in video games. That seems to be the way to do it. It's interesting that you bring up that we don't want to use touchscreens anymore. And again, when Apple was talking about the iPad and their new line of computers, that everyone expected they would announce a laptop that you could touch. But it is true, people don't want to touch their computers and their laptops. I think where we're also going to see this, and I think this would be a good move, is if you could incorporate it into the desktop computer. If your web browsing experience could be a keyboard and your ability to just kind of move your hand around and interface with everything going on.
That would be quite an innovation.
Yeah. And who knows? Maybe they'll put it in TV. Every year it feels like they're trying to make the TV more compelling again and make us interested in watching it.
There's also speculation that Microsoft will be coming out with something big, perhaps Windows 8 or a new line of products. What are you hearing?
I wouldn't be surprised if they showed a few features in a newer version of Windows. They tend to take advantage of the Consumer Electronics Show. They have the biggest keynote address at the Consumer Electronics Show. Bill Gates usually gets up, or Steve Ballmer, to talk about what's new. They'll probably show some features in a new Windows 8, although Windows 7 is still relatively new and people are just now trying, or not just now trying it, but just now getting it on their computers for the first time. So we'll probably see something new. We'll probably see something new from them in terms of web browsing, and probably web browsing that interfaces with social networking like Facebook.
Brett, when you walk the floor of the Consumer Electronics Show, what kind of products will you be looking for? What will dazzle you?
I always want to see what's new in cell phones. Those have always been the thing that I like the most. And this year I'm curious to see two things. What the digital camera space is going to be like. That's been sort of a forgotten consumer electronic. It was really popular several years ago. And again, with television, I'm curious to see if the gap between television and the internet is going to be slimmed down a little bit. They've tried year after year. Apple's tried with Apple TV. Google's trying with Google TV. I'll be interested to see if anyone gets the internet meeting your television in the living room without cables and complications and laptops and all that stuff that consumers really frown on.
The ultimate conversion.
Yes.
Brett Larson, a technology reporter with WINS. He'll be attending the 2011 Consumer Electronics Show. It opens January 6th in Las Vegas, and we just got a preview. Thanks, Brett.
No problem. Thanks, Don.